everyone. My name is Ravi Prakash. We are doing number system 2 and this is the fifth class of factors. Okay. So this is the continuation of the fourth class of factors in which we were discussing about product of the factors, right? So we'll start from this question, right? And in the previous video we had discussed about the concepts. Okay. So in how many ways 14,400 can be written as product of its two factors, right? So if nothing is given, that means what we have to take? We have to take non-distinct. It automatically means that non-distinct, right? And second question, it's two distinct factors, right? Then we'll do this question afterwards. Okay. So in how many ways 14,400 can be written as product of its two factors, right? Now what is 14,400? For first in terms of prime basis, what is 14,400? So it is nothing but 144 into 100. What is 144? 16 into 9. What is 100? 4 into 25. So this is 2 raised to 4. This is 3 square. This is 2 square. And this is 5 square, right? So we can write 14,400 as total 2 raised to 6 into 3 square into 5 square. Okay. So in how many ways 14,400 can be written as product of two factors? So where in how many ways it is given in question, variables are not given. That means we have been asked for unordered solution, right? So in the last video in factors 4, what formula we derived for number of what formula we derived for this as a product of its two non-distinct factors? Because 1,400, that is 14,400, is a perfect square. What is a perfect square? Same, because right, if you write down in terms of prime basis, all the prime bases have got even powers, right? Even powers, right? So discussed earlier also, when prime bases have got even powers, that means it is a perfect square, because when you take the square root of that number, it will be an integer. Okay. Or you can also see that what is 14400? It is 14400 is 144 into 100, right? That is 144 is 12 square, 100 is 10 square. So both are perfect square. That means result also is a perfect square, right? Both way we can see it. Okay. So it is a perfect square. So from funda, what is the funda in last video we see? It was, in case of non-distinct, it was number of factors plus 1 by 2, right? So how many factors here? How many factors here? So we'll rub all this. How many factors here? 7 into 3 into 3, right? That is 63 factors. Okay. So what is the funda? Number of factors plus 1 by 2, because it is unordered, right? How much? 63 plus 1 by 2. That is 32 solution. For this question, answer is 32 solution for the first question. For second question, two distinct factors. What is the formula we derived? Number of factors minus 1 by 2. That is 63 minus 1 by 2. That is 31 solutions. 31 solution is the answer for the second question, right? Now, this one, find the number of solutions of A into B is equal to 14,400, right? Variables are given. That means we have to find ordered solution. We have to find ordered solutions. Okay. So for ordered solution, what we need to do? For ordered solution, what we need to do? Right. That is simply equal to what? What is the answer? Answer is simply equal to number of factors. Even in case of perfect squares, right? The ordered solution for writing a number as a product of its two factors is equal to number of factors both in case of perfect square or non-perfect square, right? As we discussed this in last video. So what is number of factors? What is the answer here? Simple answer is 63 solutions. That is 63 number of factors, right? So very important funda. Okay, I hope this concept is completely clear. In how many ways, right? To write a number as product of its two factors, ordered, unordered, right? All the case we have discussed, every case we have discussed, right? Now, till now we are discussing the number of ways in which we can write a number as product of its two factors. Now what we'll discuss? Actually the product of factors, right? For a number, what is the result of product of its factors, right? So what is the result? Let me write down here. If I write the same question as now, the question which takes same number, I'll change the question as find the product of all the factors of 48. All the factors of 48, right? Again, two cases we'll discuss. One is perfect square, one is non-perfect square. Okay. For all the factors of 48, what should we do here? Again, let me write down all the factors of 48, right? We don't need to write it, right? But again, for understanding, we need to write it at first. All the factors of 48. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 16, 24, 48. We can see there are 10 factors here, right? There are 10 factors. Now, what am I asked here is 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 6 into 9 into 12 into 16 into 24 into 48, right? The result is asked. What is this result? Find the product of all the factors of 48. The result is asked here, right? Now, instead of multiplying that like this, right? How I'll multiply? I'll multiply 1 into 48, right? Then again, 2 into 24 is also 48. Then again, 3 into 16 is also 48. Then 4 into 12 is also 48. And then 6 into, sorry, I made a mistake here. 8 is not a, 9 is not a factor, 8 will be a factor here. So 8, okay. And 6 into 8 is also 48, right? So all the factors of 48, right? So 1 into 48 is 48. 2 into 48 is 2 into 24 is 48. 3 into 16 is 48. 4 into 12 is 48. And 6 into 8 is 48, right? So how many 48 we got here? 548, right? That means what is the answer? Answer is 48 raised to 5. 48 raised to 5, right? So very simple. If there are 10 factors here, then what is the power? If there are 10 factors here, power will be 5. That is half into number of factors, right? Why half? Because if there are 10 factors, I can make 5 pairs, right? If there are 10 factors of 48, so 1 into 48, 2 into 24, 3 into 16, 4 into 12 and 6 into 8. I can make 5 pairs, right? So I'll get 5 48s. So 48 raised to 5 is the answer, right? So always, in case of non-perfect square, right, I can generalize it. In case of non-perfect square, right? If n has x factors, if n has x factors, product of all factors of n will be equal to n raised to x by 2, right? N raised to x by 2, very important, right? Product of all the factors of n is equal to n raised to x by 2. Like here, product of all the factors of 48. So n here is 48. What is the number of factors? N has x factors. So 48 has 10 factors. So 10 by 2. That is 48 raised to 5 is the answer, right? This is for in case of every non-perfect square, right? Now, why we'll discuss the case of perfect square separately? Because you know, right? Because one more extra number will be here in case of perfect square, because square root of perfect square will be an integer. That extra integer will be added here, making total number of factors as odd. Okay, so let's discuss the case of odd for a perfect square. Okay, so in case of perfect square, so let's see in case of perfect squares. So for perfect squares, let's take an example of 36, right? Find product of all the find product of all the factors of 36, right? In case of perfect squares, right? So if I write 36 as perfect squares, if I write all the factors of 36 again, 36 factors 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 12, 18 and 36. You can see total 9 factors here. I told you perfect square has always odd number of factors, because generally a number has even number of factors other than perfect squares. But in perfect square, one extra number, that is square root, will come as its factor, right? So making even number plus 1 this extra factor. Even plus 1 is what? Odd. Even plus 1 is odd, right? So odd number of factors. So again, what is the result here? The result here is again 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 6 into 9 into 12 into 18 into 36. This has been asked to me, right? Find the product of all the factors 36, right? Again, I'll not multiply like this. I'll multiply like this. 1 into 36 is 36. 2 into 18 is 36. 3 into 12 is 36. 4 into 9 is 36. 36 I got 4 times. 36 raised to 4. Into 1, 6. Right? The 6 is left. So into 6. Right? So always I can say this, that in case of perfect squares, always, right? If there are 9 factors in this case, so if I exclude this 6, there will be 8 factors, right? So for this 8 factors, there will be 4 here. For that 8 factor will be 4, right? Because if there are 8 factors, I can form half the number, right? That is 1 into 36, 2 into 18, 3 into 12 and 4 into 9, right? And always one square root will be left, because it is, we are multiplying it, right? So this square root will also come one time, right? So I can always write, I can always generalize it. If n has x factors, okay, if n has x factors and n being a perfect square, right? Then product of all the factors of n is equal to, now see here, is equal to n raised to, what is this raised to 4 here? If there are 9 factors, I exclude this 1, I exclude this 6, right? So I exclude 1 factor. What is 4 here? 9 minus 1 by 2. By 2, because I can form 4 pair. After I exclude this 6, after I exclude this 6, I can make 4 pairs, because there are 8 factors left, right? So 9 minus 1 by 2. Similarly, n raised to x minus 1 by 2. Into what? Into root n. Because what is left with? 6 is left here. So always, in case of perfect square, its square root will be left, right? That is what? That is root n. Okay. But if you solve it, see what you'll get here. N raised to x minus 1 by 2 into root n is what? Root n is half, right? Now it becomes what? It becomes n raised to x minus 1 plus 1 divided by 2, right? It becomes what? It again becomes n raised to x by 2. Again it becomes n raised to x by 2, right? That is same as the last case. This is same as the last case, correct? So if it is same as the last case, that means even in this case also, in case of perfect squares or non-perfect square, be it a perfect square or non-perfect square, right? In both the cases, product of all the factors of n is equal to n raised to x by 2, where x is number of factors of n. X is number of factors of n, right? This result holds true in every case, right? So the number of factors, product of all the factors of n is equal to what? N raised to x by 2. That is, and x is what? X is number of factors here. Okay, I will do one question. Okay, so find the product of all the factors of 1200, right? So again, 1200. So 1200 is a non-perfect square. 1024 here is a perfect square. Why? Because what is 1024? It is 32 square, or it is 2 raised to 10, right? But we know that if I have to find the product of all the factors, formula is same in both the cases, right? We have proved in the last slide. It is what? It is n raised to x by 2. That is number raised to x by 2 if x is the number of factors of that number, right? So 1200 has got how many factors? If we'll calculate, so it is 1200. It is basically 12 into 100, right? So again, do it mentally. Mention that 12 into 100 is what? 2 square into 5 square. What is 12? 4 into 3, that is 2 square into 3. So it becomes how many 2 square? So 2 square, 2 square, 2 raised to 4 into 3 into 5 square. So how many factors here? 5 into, right, 2 into 3. That is 30 factors. 1200 has got 30 factors, right? 1200 has got 30 factors. Correct? Now, out of this 30 factors, what is the answer? Answer is always what? Product of all the factors, what? N raised to x by 2, where n is number of factors. What is the answer here? Answer here is n is 1200 raised to x by 2, that 30 by 2, right? Raised to 30 by 2. What is the answer? 1200 raised to 15. This is our answer for this question, right? Find the product of all the factors of 1200. What is the answer? 1200 raised to 15. Correct. Now, even in case of perfect square also, what is the number of factors? What is the answer? How many factors? It has got total 11 factors. If 1024 is 2 raised to 10, it has got 11 factors, right? For finding number of factors, you always have to convert in terms of prime basis. So 1024 is what? 2 raised to 10 in terms of prime basis, right? It is 11 factors. What is the answer? Answer is again n raised to x by 2. Again n raised to x by 2, right? This is for both the cases. So for 1024 raised to 11 by 2. This is your answer, right? This is your answer. Now you can solve it further, right? Because what you can solve it like, it is nothing but 2 raised to 10 into 11 by 2. Okay, it is nothing but 2 raised to 55. So options may be like this. So what is the answer? 2 raised to 55. So find the product of all the factors of 1024. What is the answer? For any number, be it perfect square like 1024 or non-perfect square like 1200. What is the answer? N raised to x by 2, where x is number of factors, right? So n is here 1024 raised to 11 by 2. What is 11? Number of factors, 11 by 2, right? So this power is like power is in decimal here. So options we may not get options like this. So we can solve it further. 1024 is nothing but 2 raised to 10 into 11 by 2. So it becomes this 2 will get cancelled 10 5 times. So 5 into 11 is what? 55. So what is the answer? 2 raised to 55 is the answer, right? Correct? Move to next question. Okay, so next question is find the product of all the factors of 24 cube, right? What is 24 cube now? So you can break it, right, in terms of prime basis always. So what is 24 cube? It is nothing but 2 cube into 3 cube, right? This is what? 2 raised to 9 into 3 cube. Okay, so how many factors? So 10 into 4. Total how many factors? 40 factors, right? So 24 cube has got 40 factors. 24 cube has got 40 factors. So what is the answer? Answer will be again n raised to x by 2, where x is number of factors, right? So I can take n as 24 cube, or I can take n as 2 raised to 9 to 3 cube. Is your wish, right? It's absolutely your wish, right? Depends on options also. Suppose I'm taking n as what now? In the prime basis form. So what is n? N is our 2 raised to 9 into 3 cube, which is nothing but 24 cube, right? That is our number. So 2 raised to 9 into 3 cube raised to what? X by 2. What is x here? 40, number of factors. So 40 by 2, right? So it becomes 2 raised to 9 into 3 cube into 20. What is the answer here? 2 raised to 180 into 3 raised to 60. This is your answer. Find the product of all the factors of 24 cube. What is the answer? 2 raised to 180 into 3 raised to 60, right? What is 24 cube? 24 is 2 cube into 3 whole cube. It becomes 2 raised to 9 into 3 cube. That is how many factors? 10 into 4, 40 factors, right? So n raised to x by 2. N is what? 2 raised to 9 into 3 cube, which is nothing but 24 cube. So 2 raised to 9 into 3 cube by 40 by 2. X by 2, x is 40 here, number of factors. So this is 20. 20 into 9 is 180, and this is 20 into 3 is 60. What is the answer? 2 raised to 80. 180 into 3 raised to 60 is the answer. Product of all the factors. Okay. I hope it is clear. Move to next question. Okay. So next question is find the product of all the factors of 6 factorial. Okay, 6 factorial. Now I hope you know what is factorial, right? What is factorial? Factorial is nothing but, this is a sign of factorial. This is a sign of factorial. Factorial is nothing but multiplication, right? It is a multiplication. It means what? So it means that if I write 6 factorial, that means 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 6. This is the meaning of 6 factorial, right? If I write 8 factorial, it means that 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 6 into 7 into 8, right? So if I write 3 factorial, it means that 1 into 2 into 3. That's it, right? So multiplication from 1 till that number, right, is the meaning of factorial, right? So the question here is find the product of all the factors of 6 factorial, right? Find the product of all the factors of 6 factorial. So this 6 factorial now, again, first what we'll do, let's change into prime basis, right? So 1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5 into 6, right? Now in terms of prime basis, what is the power of 2 here? So 2 has got 1 power here, 2 has got 2 square, right? 2 square is 4. So 2 power here, and what is 6 again? 2 into 3. So 1 power of 2, 2 power of 2, and plus 1. So 1 plus 2 plus 1, total 4 powers of 2, right? How many 3's here? So 1 3 is here and 1 3 is here. So 3 square. How many 5's? So only 1 5, right? So that's it. 6 factorial is 2 raised to 4 into 3 square into 5 raised to 1. That's it. How many factors? 5 into 3 into 2. 30 factors, right? 30 factors. So 6 factorial has got 30 factors, right? Can write the value also. What is 6 factorial? 6 into 5, 30, into 4, 120, into 3, 360, into 2, 720. So 6 factorial is nothing but 720 in number, right? So 720 has got 30 factorial. So 6 factorial has got 30 factors, right? 30 factors. Okay. So what is the answer in this case now? So again, what is the answer? Answer is always n raised to x by 2. What is n here? 2 raised to 4 into 3 square into 5 raised to 1 is the n here, right? Raised to x by 2. What is x here? 30 by 2. What is the answer? Answer is 2 raised to 4 into 3 square into 5 raised to 1, right? That is 5 into 3 into 2. Sorry. That is raised to 15, right? Raised to 15. Raised to 15. Okay. So what is the answer? 2 raised to 60 into 3 raised to 30 into 5 raised to 15. This is the answer. Correct? So find the product of all the factors of 6 factorial. That is, what is 6 factorial? 2 raised to 4 into 3 square into 5 raised to 1. How many factors? 5 into 3 into 2, 30 factors. What is the product? N raised to x by 2. So 2 raised to 4 into 3 square into 5 raised to 1 is n raised to x by 2. That is 15, right? So when you open this bracket, 4 into 15 is 60, 2 into 15 is 30, and 1 into 15 is 15, right? So 2 raised to 60 into 3 raised to 30 into 5 raised to 15. Okay, so this is all about the product of all the factors, right? Everything we have covered, in how many ways, ordered, unordered, then what is the actual product, right? Everything we have covered now. So when we covered this topic from factors to numbers, then we'll do a fantastic question on how to on this application of product of the factors with the factors to number concept, right? That we'll do in some further videos after we cover factor to number in the next video, right? Okay. Thank you.